Welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen, where the magic happens live. Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to thrive. From screen share to breakout rooms, we push Zoom to its max. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in our tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We'll dive into the settings, explore every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. With Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks. We'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes, we test functionalities. Join us live, see what Zoom does with ease. So if your meetings lag, or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in a fun, engaging way. We're zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We've got your back, no wreck. We've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in the fun, engaging way.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen 6.6.10. We officially have an update for everyone to run. It is pre-Thanksgiving in America, which I guess means we have a small crowd today. I don't know. Everyone's out basting their turkeys, I guess. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. What do I know? Fred's in his truck. Yes. Peter is here. How you doing, Peter? We'll make the rounds. We'll say hello. You're muted.
I'm doing great.
You're muted. You're not muted anymore. Good.
I'm not muted.
Good. No, you're not. I was just saying it from before. Mike Latta, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Saying hi to everybody, including Robert Zibadabadabadaddy on YouTube.
Hello, Robert. Someone is in the truck again this week. And look at this. Who is here but Hasmukh Gajar? Hasmukh, how are you feeling?
I'm quite high on this opiate medication. So I want to establish a disclaimer. Anything I say is off the record.
Filters off, yeah.
Could and could, incriminate you in one way or another.
Love it. I'm so happy to see you. Everything went well, I hope.
Yeah. So
Good.
I've got this, yeah.
You only
So
have one hand to push Stream Deck buttons with.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been learning to do. I've been voice training with a computer interface today. So it's quite an adventure.
Very nice. Very nice. And let's say hi to Mr. Tony Mobley. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Good to see you.
Long time no see.
Long time. And Fred in his truck. How you doing, Fred?
Hello from cold
I'm with you
Iowa.
whenever you want.
All right,
We're back.
Wait.
I got to go start my facts, so I'm just going to be listening.
Okay, go. Let's see. And Robert is also in the Zoom. I'm very confused. Is he in the Zoom or is he not in the Zoom? He looks like he's in the Zoom, Mike. What? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's in here definitely twice, and he's definitely watching us on YouTube. So I don't know what that means.
He is taking care of some family business, and he will be in just a second.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. And did I miss anyone? Rob is here. Who's Rob? Rob's Zoom Graphics Toolkit.
That would be Robert. Rob.
Oh, Rob. That Rob. Sorry. I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to that. And here comes Hesmuk's meters. You
Yeah,
gotta
because
love the
David's audio
meters.
is a little low. That's why Hasmuk already cut that.
My audio? My mic wasn't close enough. I'm sorry. All right, now I'm talking. Let's see how I do now. I'm up to 28, 27, 26, 28. Well, it is a little low. I wonder why that is. Let's do this. See if that makes a difference. Checking in a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Oh, here comes Tlaloc. He's going to tell me what's wrong with my audio. That's what's happening here. Here he comes. Am I still low? I'm still a little low. Yeah. Let's see if I can. What do I have to do here? 61. I'll put it up to 63 dB. How's that? See if that's any better. Let me check that. I'm going to talk now, and I'm going up to 27, 28, 27, 27, 28, 29, 30. I was fine yesterday. I think it's the meters. I'm just saying. Hey, Joseph Pashley's in the waiting room. Do you know Joseph? I don't know Joseph. We'd love to have you in, Joseph, but we'll send you a question maybe and say hello. Okay, beautiful. So
Hello.
let's. Hey, Tlaloc, how you doing?
Good. I want to apologize to you.
Why? Why do you want to? Okay, go ahead and tell everyone.
Yeah, so I called you out on your audio yesterday, but it was all my fault.
No, it was not your fault. What are you
No,
talking about?
it turns out it was because I was using a remote PC, and for whatever reason, every time I was in the remote PC and I moved my mouse around, it made the rundown's audio crackle.
Oh, that's so funny. He called me out publicly on YouTube. That's hysterical. Well, I'm glad it wasn't me.
So my apologies about that.
Not at all. Not at all. Hey, Gerald, how are you, sir?
I am good.
How was your
how
was your session yesterday? I actually meant to
it-
come and I wasn't able to come.
It's okay. We had a great we had a full house. Had great production by Robert Savabati, who's been doing this for all these years for me and so forth. And we had 6 speakers, including one of the world's leading technology futurists, who has 1 million followers on LinkedIn. And he went over very well. And then yesterday was also during our summit, the official Guinness World Record Day. And I made an official announcement to the entire summit that we are going to have Thinkathon 2026 in December of 2026. And I've enlisted the help of Robert to produce it. It's going to be a big, ambitious plan to set some Guinness World Records. I've already set the existing world record for the Thinkathon in Singapore at the stadium with 8,000 people. And we generated 454,000 ideas and uh, 60 minutes. And we want to break that record, and we're going to do it on Zoom with 10,000 people. And Robert might be tapping into some of you people to help with that massive production of an event. So it was an exciting day, and we have a lot of planning to do, about 13 months.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Great. Good, good, good. Oh, by the way, quick show note. So today at 2:00 Pacific, I think. No. Is it 2:00 Pacific? Yeah. 2:00 Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern is another Zoom graphic toolkit workshop over in office hours. So I think we will probably, Mike, and I mean, unless you have alternative plans, we'll probably kill our stream promptly at 5 o'clock Eastern so that people can join over there. I will be stopping at 5 o'clock promptly so I can join that stream. All right. It's really strange to me that I'm so low because I really haven't changed anything. And does it sound low?
It is. You know, if you're hearing, you know, I'm up in the 20s. So you are still quite low.
So strange.
And of course, because of that too, all it takes is for me to talk, and then all of a sudden you're talking too, and Zoom is automatically thinking I'm the louder person. So
let me go into my Zoom settings, microphone, input volume. I mean, see, I can't turn it up here. I don't know why.
Do you have the audio going through eCam?
I know why. I know why. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? Everyone ready? Bada bing, bada boom. Now I'm going to talk, and I'm going to be right in the pocket.
It was because original sound. Oh, I was going to say, because you use Teams somewhere in your life.
No, it's original sound because I, in fact, now I need to bring this back down a little bit, because I turned it on for the music before the show. That's what it was. But that's a good, people out there, if to be aware that original sound will allow lots of your natural sound or instrumentation or whatever to come in. It will also not artificially improve the gain or the level of your microphone, which is one. Zoom's noise suppression definitely suppresses non-voice noises, but it also enhances or lifts up the level of your input, your microphone. So just be aware of that. What do people have? I mean, we can go through the notes for sure. It's not a huge update, but
I have a question, David.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. So I did the update just before the show, and I was looking at it. It went from 6.6 on my machine to the new update 6.610.
6.6.1, basically 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I miss things, updates in between?
No, so 6.6, and then it's just a point update after that. 6.6.1, not even a point update. It's a tenth of a point update. 6.6.1. So no, it's not. You haven't missed anything.
Okay.
Yep.
It was 6.6.6, David, and then it went to 6.6.10.
Was it?
Yeah, remember the three
Yes.
sixes? The three sixes?
Oh, I
Yeah.
apologize. I thought it
Yeah.
was just 6.6. I'm sorry. So no, they skipped 7, 8, 9, I guess.
Okay. Okay. I was just a little bit confused, and I was like, did I miss something? Because
Yeah.
I only
Oh no,
had,
you know what? They didn't actually. Sorry, Tony. So 6.6.7 was an update that came out on October 30th for Android, iOS, and Vision OS. 6.6.8 was an update that came out on November 4th for Android. And I don't see a 6.6.9. So it looks like maybe they skipped 6.6.9, but so those other points were for mobile devices.
Okay.
Yeah. That's actually,
you.
that was a great question. And I missed that completely. Thank you. I don't know. Should we run through some of the stuff? It's not all that exciting. Some of it is. And as usual, most of it I don't really understand. So you all will have to help me with it. Universal link callback support for automated logout on iOS. So this is for primarily for healthcare orgs and enterprise users, it looks like. If they have shared iOS devices, they can now have automated logout functionality. Oh, that's actually nice. So when if you have a shared device, it will automatically log you out. Securely logging you out when they're returned to their docking station. That's actually really nice. And finally, Tahoe is supported officially. So they waited until the 26.1 was out and 26.2 was well along its way in beta. We're now up to beta. What are we on for? I think we're on.
It should be 2.
No, I think we're on 3 actually.
All right. If
26.
you're on the developer path, you're on 3. If you're on the public beta, you're on 2.
Yes. I'm on the public beta on 26.2. So they waited till 26.2 was out in public beta. And so that's good news. The long press, I tried this actually right before we jumped on. See if I can get this to show up in the try and share this to my TV so you all can see what they're talking about. I honestly, it's just my workflow, the way I work. I like to open an app. I never use the long press, but I understand why this might be beneficial for some people. So here's what they're talking about. If you go to the Zoom app, that's not it, and you long press, you now have a few more options. You've got start voice recording. So that's that live meeting. So that's not for Zoom. That's for a live meeting. And I actually, when I tried this beforehand, it actually didn't work. So we'll see if it's working now. This is where I got stuck last time too. It just kept spinning on waiting. So that's kind of a shame. Right? That's what you get for trying to do a live demo of it. Let's try the other thing. So well, let me go back. So long press. And we've also got, what else is there? New call and new message. Oh, there's new message. Where's new call? I don't see new call. New message, and it takes me right into, this is chat. This is this is chat, right? Yeah, this is chat.
It
just
looks like
wasn't
it's
sure if this
chat,
was-
channel, or email.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's or email?
Yeah, you see
That's
it
what I
says
wasn't
there,
sure about.
username
Yeah, email is,
channel.
but I'm not sure
Yeah.
if it sends it through email or if it does it through chat. I don't know.
I bet you the new call is that the same account that you're currently on your regular on the show right now?
I don't know. No, it's not actually. No, it's
This
a
is
different
David
account.
Paskin. I couldn't tell if it was the same David
No,
Paskin
it's-
that's signed in right now.
No, it's a different account. I'm not actually signed into this as David Paskin. I just changed my name. I'm signed to this
Okay.
as Zoom Test Kitchen. That's a good thought, though. Maybe if I was in an existing meeting, maybe it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But no, for some reason, it's just I don't know. It's getting stuck. It's not wanting to work for me. In any case, anywho, some existing meeting options are removed, and my QR code is repurposed to scan codes instead of displaying them. Okay. All right, meetings features. In meeting sign-in options, while in a meeting, users can sign into their Zoom account from the profile avatar or meeting menu, and a native modal pop-up will appear instead of having to go to the browser. Why? From the profile avatar or meeting menu. Where's the profile avatar? Oh, maybe in maybe I'm not seeing what I should be. Hi, Robert. Or the meeting menu. I'm not sure where it's saying I can log in here. I'm not seeing anywhere to actually do that. While in a meeting, users can sign into their Zoom account from the profile avatar or meeting menu. I don't understand that. Anyone else have an idea? If I click in participants on my profile picture, nothing happens. I get a pop-up. I get my card, with my info, but I don't see anything else. And there's nothing to click on. Oh, you know what I just realized though? Sorry. Side note, check this out. So this is my participants panel here that I'm shaking around. And this is my meeting chat. When you click on someone's name in the participants panel, it starts a one-to-one chat.
That's been that way for quite some time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just discovering it. If I want to chat with Peter Sargent, I didn't know that.
It can get a little confusing sometimes, because if you're thinking that you're talking to everyone, and
right,
you've clicked somewhere to do something else. So just remember to click back on everyone if you're trying to chat to everyone.
Yes, the chat experience continues to be I think continues to be confusing, at least for me. And again, now I have these up here. I didn't mean to click on them, and I have no way to get rid of them. Unless, can I do it? No, there's still no way for me to get rid of these. So they're now going to clutter up my chat screen for the rest of this meeting, which is a little annoying. Okay. All right. So in meeting sign-in options was a fail. That didn't work. Meeting participants can use Giphy to send GIFs in meeting chat. This also, I tried it, and I don't see how to add a GIF or GIF, depending on how you call it. So here we are. Here's my chat window. And I've got format, emoji. You've got file and screenshot. That's it. I didn't mean to do that. And those are all the options. So am I up? I mean, I did update. About Zoom Workplace. Where's my About Zoom Workplace? Hello? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. I'm on 6.6.10. Has anyone else figured out how to use GIFs? I never use them outside of Zoom, so maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. And the deafening silence tells me I'm not alone.
Yeah, I can't seem to get that to work here either. I don't know if that has to do with meeting settings or not, or
Oh, I wonder. Although I have everything enabled for this meeting, but it could be. All right. complete
I
and
wonder
utter
if,
failure
sorry,
number 2. This is
sorry,
fantastic.
David, I wonder if this requires you to integrate your Giphy account to Zoom.
You have to have a
That-
Giphy account?
Because there is something like a Giphy account to generate your own Giphies. Is this just, I don't know if
But I
this
think
is
this is
associated.
just I think, well, let's see. I didn't read it as my own Giphies. Meeting participants can use Giphy to send GIFs in meeting chat. Participants can access animated GIFs directly through the chat interface during meetings, regardless of advanced chat encryption settings.
Just a guess.
I don't know.
Out of curiosity, did you start? Was the meeting started with that workplace version?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Enhancements to auto update prompts. We've actually talked about this one, I think. Users are no longer required to auto update their Zoom Workplace app when launching the desktop application. Remember, it would be right before a meeting, you'd open Zoom and then it would decide to auto update right
Yep.
then and there. Yeah. We've talked about that before. So now the auto update prompt appears after meetings and instead of at app startup. And then you won't get multiple post-meeting prompts. The client prioritizes showing only the update prompt, suppresses meeting recap, and then after you, if you decide to ignore the auto update 5 times, you'll get the meeting recap dialogue.
David, can I just tell you about the Giphies again? If we can
Ooh,
go back to
Giphies.
those yeah, it says on Grok that you need to enable the account manager must enable GIFs in account management account settings team chat.
All right, let's do it. Hold on. Let's go in to, I'm going to have to do the thingy dingy. Hold on a second. I have to do this. And I'll put my thing in. And here we go. Okay. So I'm going to go into
Right down the bottom, settings, advanced settings, or
account management, right?
account management.
Account settings,
Account
we
management,
go.
account settings, team chat.
team chat.
Yep.
Enable team chat.
And then just search for
Announcements.
Giphies.
Yeah. Well, I could just search Giphy. They're turned on.
Ooh.
Set the Giphy content rating.
Out of curiosity, what is it? What's the little version button say on the right-hand side of that? If you mouse over that, you see the V?
This feature is only available for Zoom client version 5.11.0 or later.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. Interesting. Now I wonder if it's possible that there's also a account level setting that you have to do. So let me just for the heck of it, let me just check.
It also says that no extra apps needed, Giphies built in, no separate download required.
I mean, it does show up on the mobile version.
Oh, it does.
I believe it does.
Let's see. Let me join this meeting from my phone so I can show people. Join 1603533. Join. Okay. If you don't mind letting me in. I don't need audio. Okay. So, how am I going to show you? Oh, I'm going to do it this way. Sorry. All right. So here we go. So I'm in the thing now. And so if I go to the chat, right? Chat. So now, if I click on what, the plus button,
Yeah,
where do you see it?
I might have spoken too soon. I think it was only in team chat.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's here. I mean, there's photo, but no, that's not what we want.
Actually, Clark's right. We enabled it for team chat, not for any other chat.
Yeah, so there must be another enabling in for the meeting. I don't think it's enabled in this meeting because it's quite literally just gone as an option when I go to the meeting chat versus the team chat.
Yeah, it says here that you enable it in meeting tab for meeting chat.
In meeting. So let me do this. Let me come back over here. And
I think you just
can't,
go to settings in your meeting.
well, so this is my personal room. So I can't edit the personal room that we're in right now. So I'm just looking at a different one. Show. I'm gonna join. I'm just looking if there's a setting here for, I don't see.
Have a look at the meeting settings of the current meeting you're in.
Meeting settings of
Yeah.
the current meeting I'm in.
Yeah, so like settings for workspace.
All right. So let's do this. Okay. I'll bring you guys over here. So here are my settings. And I'll look at team chat. See if
And see if there's an option there for that since you're the host.
spelling and grammar, chat preferences, message transit. No, there's nothing here.
Nothing. Okay.
But I hadn't seen this before. Bounce application icon when receiving a new message. Oh, maybe not. Okay. No, I don't know. What do you all think? Anything? Let's check in the meeting settings. In meeting and in webinar experience. Controls. My video, participant video, reactions. Leave experience. Let's go into advanced.
I think I found it.
Oh yeah?
So in the settings of your workspace, if you write GIF, there's a check to make sure that disabled GIF animations isn't on.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not okay.
That's interesting. That's a chat and video. What is chat and video? That's weird. It's not even, huh. That's under accessibility. I see. Disable GIF animations, but that wasn't on, so I don't know. Oh well. I mean, we don't have to keep searching. It ain't here. I don't think it's here. Okay. So we're now 3 for 3 of the new things in 6.6.10 that we can't get to work. Ability to add mention. Sorry, was someone jumping in? Hey, Muddy.
Yeah, hey,
I didn't see you come
hello.
in.
No, I've
How
had
you
my
doing?
camera off. I'm on the road. I'm doing great. It's making me wonder whether this feature, the GIF feature, is only for team chat and not yet or not at all for in-meeting chat. Just wanted to see if the documentation actually specifies in-meeting chat, because I heard Talal saying it shows up in team chat.
Right. No, it's a great question. So it's under the heading of meetings features. And it says meeting participants can use Giphy to send GIFs, GIFs, whatever, in meeting chat. Participants can access animated GIFs directly through the chat interface during meetings, regardless of advanced chat encryption settings.
Yeah, that certainly reads as if it were in meeting chat. So,
Yeah.
okay.
And by the way, just before I go on, so I just left the meeting from my phone, and I just wanted to share this is whenever I see something new. At the bottom here, I now have a or a window that says pick up where you left off. Messages sent during Zoom Test Kitchen's personal meeting room will now appear in team chat under a group chat with the same name. And then I can go to chat or got it. So if I go to chat, I can now see the chat from this meeting, the Zoom chat for this meeting over here in team chat. Again, I'm not sure that's new. It's just I don't join often from my phone, and it's the first time I saw it. So, all right.
And similarly, that is only going to be the chat that occurs since you joined the meeting, right? It doesn't
Right.
back populate. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah, because we have a lot more chat messages that I couldn't see. Absolutely. All right. During a meeting, members of the continuous meeting chat can mention other members who are not currently participating in the meeting. Continuous meeting chat members can tag any. Okay, can we continuous meeting chat members? I didn't realize that you could have some people be continuous meeting chat and other people not. I thought it was on a meeting by meeting basis.
Well, that's the whole thing that you were just discovering with that group team chat, that continuous. It's the thing where the chat continues outside of the meeting, right? And as long as you're using the same, it sounds like as long as you're using the same meeting ID, that continuous chat carries on. And so if I were part of this meeting last week and joined that chat, but I wasn't here this week, you might still be able to mention me, is what I hear.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what they mean by members of the continuous meeting chat. Does that just mean anybody who was in the meeting, or is there a way to identify certain people as members of the meeting chat? I don't know.
So, hey, David,
Hey,
I just went to the Zoom Test Kitchen personal meeting room chat from my phone and was able to drop a GIF in, but not from inside the meeting, just from outside of it. But now it's showing up in the meeting.
oh, look at that. Okay. That's fascinating. All right, so hold on. Let's show folks what we're looking at here. That's great. All right, so if we go to team chat, so this is my Zoom my what do I call it? Just my Zoom app. So here I can go into the is that this one? No, sorry, that's last week's. So if I go into this one, here is our team chat right here. And again, this is interesting. It's only
Showing me.
oh no, it is. Sorry, this is everything. I am seeing everything. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is the whole I wasn't sure about how far back it went. This is the whole chat, and you could add yes. So if you look at the bottom here, there's the GIF button in team chat. When you add it there, it does show up in the in-meeting chat. So maybe we just don't have it yet. Maybe it's coming to yeah. There you go. And then it shows up in the meeting chat. That's interesting.
That did show up in our meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. And it also says this chat includes members outside of your, oh, that's just, okay, that's just for people outside of my org. Gotcha.
And just for anyone interested in the graphics toolkit, it doesn't appear there.
What do you mean?
I can't see. I just see someone's posted something, but I can't see the graphic.
I'll test that, Robert, with just text from the team chat.
So I'm looking at it in Zoom OSC,
Yeah, I can
which
see
is
it in the test. Sorry, David.
no. So you can see what you basically get, at least in OSC, which is the same idea as Zoom. The graphics toolkit is this content can't be viewed here. So I wonder if that's an SDK thing, because it isn't the liminal apps are not on the latest
Right.
SDK. That are on whatever, I don't know what the number is, if it's the same as 661. But
Well, it's not just that they may be on the latest SDK, but they're always not on the same version.
sorry, they're right. They're on the
as
same
workplace.
SDK. They're not on,
Yeah.
yes, the same as Zoom is. Sorry, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so that Robert, so that tracks, because I'm having the same experience in the other liminal apps. That makes sense.
I
All
like
right,
your
so
GIF
we'll
there.
have to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I like your GIF.
I was. It tells you so much about me. Like, that's what my eye was drawn to, was Elmo having a epileptic seizure or whatever he's doing there. Okay. Hey, Muddy. Oh, I think he froze.
Member
Oh, no,
of
there he is. Wait, Muddy, start over. We missed you.
Uh,
We missed the beginning.
um, I'm running an experiment around this idea of being a member of the continuous meeting chat. So I noticed that I got an email saying I've been invited to join the team chat, but I have not accepted the invitation. So I don't, and when I left the meeting just now to go see if the continuous meeting chat showed up, and again, I'm on my phone, I don't see the continuous meeting chat from this meeting in my team chat. So that tells me that maybe I'm not a member because I haven't accepted the invitation to join the team chat or join the continuous chat. So here's the experiment.
Wait, Muddy.
Yeah.
I'm curious where that email came from. What is that? Just something that when the meeting started, when you joined, it automatically sent you a message saying, "Hey, join the team chat"?
So the way that I joined this meeting is I went to zoomtestkitchen.com and clicked the join us in Zoom, which brought me into Zoom. And then simultaneously, or within a few seconds, I got an email from Zoom saying you've been invited to join the team.
I didn't know that. I
So
must have missed that. Yeah.
based on the way that you read this feature, it sounds like if I were a member of the group, you would be able to @message me even if I weren't in the meeting. So here's my experiment. I'm going to leave the meet. So would someone @message me right now in the in-meeting chat? And then I'll leave the meeting and I'll be curious if you can
Yeah.
@message me while I'm gone, because I don't think I'm a member of the
Right.
continuous meeting chat. Does that make sense?
Yep. So I just @messaged you in the chat.
Cool. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yep. I'm wondering. Sorry. Well, go ahead, Fred. And I'll come back to me. Unmute. He has too many buttons. We can't hear you, Fred. You got to unmute. Bottom left. I'm telling the guy with all the buttons and all the things in his truck there how to unmute, but he just got called away, it looks like. I was just wondering, and maybe you all can answer this for me. So I'm back in chat. I'm looking at chat again. So we have the individual chats now, right? So up here we've got, if you want to just have an individual chat with someone, but what is adding? So what happens when someone @s you in the main chat? Can someone @me in the main chat so I can see what that experience looks like? Okay, so oh, okay. Well, my watch just told me that someone, wow. Okay. Okay, you can all stop now because my watch is going crazy. I guess I'm wondering if that's a way around having to use all the separate chats. Unless what you want to share really is private.
Here in the list, you must have come in with a different meeting, a different user, because there's also David Paskin not in the meeting, which I'm going to add you as well.
Okay. By the way, Muddy is watching on YouTube. And he's asking if it worked. So Muddy, I saw your. No, wait, maybe I didn't.
So here's what I would tell Muddy.
Muddy, I can't at you right now.
Yeah, because he didn't
accept that invite.
He didn't accept the invite, so
Right.
he's not in the list of not in the meeting.
Right.
And you all should see, possibly see me or another me and not in the meeting.
Let's see. So it's up here again. Sorry. So I've just got you. I've just got the one.
Okay. Yeah, it may be because it's the same account, so it's an unfair test.
Yeah. Okay, so now Muddy's going to accept the invite, and then this is so interesting. And then we'll see if we can at him. So not yet. Let's see. I wonder how it's gonna. I wonder if it's gonna update right away, or if we have to do something, or interesting. Time, Muddy. Nope, not yet. Okay. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to keep going. And Stephen is here. I know Stephen. You can let him in. Or I can let him in. All right, and now we've got some so team chat features. This probably should have been down below under team chat because it's right now it's only in team. I'm sorry, the Giphy should have been down here because it's only in team chat. But just a quick hello. Hey, Stephen, how you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Welcome, welcome. We're just going through some of the notes from the latest release, but do you have something specific that you wanted to bring up? So let's just, since we actually came to an end of the meeting notes, we'll put a pin in that for a second. But hang tight because we're testing something.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm still not able to. Yeah, it's not working. I'm still not able to @message Muddy. So, but. Wait, let me try this. What if, I wonder if we could do it in team chat, not in meeting, Muddy. No, can't do it there either. All right. Well, Muddy, come back if you want, because it ain't working. It ain't working. Okay. So let's pause for a second because we have a real life question or challenge or whatever, and then we can jump back in if we have time.
Well, thank
Steven,
you, David. Yes,
how's it
thank
going?
you. I appreciate that. So when we were together last, I mentioned that I had this Zoom audio drift on a recording. I dug into it, and I really don't have a drift. It's an offset. And the last 3 recordings that I did, I calculated the frames. I have about 4/10 of 1 second drift. So maybe about 40 frames. It's about 40 frames. Sorry, not drift, offset. So what happens is the fastest way to fix it is I detach my audio in Final Cut and I nudge my audio over and then I realign it. I found a faster way to do it, which is in Compressor, which was really interesting because I use a preset now in Compressor to fix it. Because digging into the Zoom side, it seems that, and I don't know if this is even true or not, but it seems that they're doing a video recording and an audio recording, and they're stitching them back together, and there's an offset, and for whatever reason, on every recent recording I'm doing, that's going to be over 60 minutes. I'm noticing that. If it's really a short one, I don't notice it, but it is seem to be happening. According to what I see, some people know about it, but they don't really have a lot of info on it. So I'm just throwing it out there.
So, so are you suggesting that you think? And by the way, Tlalak, who's here, is probably Tlalak. You probably have the most insight into, or Robert, into what's going on here. But are you suggesting that it seems to you that when Zoom is recording, it's actually recording the audio and the video separately and then stitching them together into the MP4 file?
I'm only saying that that's the effect, because the effect
Okay.
is an offset, right? So I don't believe that they're two separate files. I'm just saying that for some reason that I can't figure out, it's only started in the last, 5 or 6 days, that when I go, and these are just for replay recordings that I'm putting up on my platform. So I just want to troubleshoot this and actually use real people instead of, GPTs to tell me 25 different reasons this could be happening. But
Right.
yeah,
So
and it
Robert-
is, and
Robert-
it's consistent, just FYI, from start to
Great.
finish, the offset.
So Robert, I'm going to let you come in, but real quick, I just want to say that Muddy somehow got into the chat. And we can now add him from within the meeting chat or from within team chat, which is interesting. So his messages are not going to come into the meeting chat, I don't think, but they will come. Oh no, sorry, they do. Now he's not in here now, right? Did we let Muddy back in? No, we haven't. So his messages are now coming into not only team chat, but also into the meeting chat. So if you're able to, Muddy, if you're able to get back into the meeting, to let us know how you managed to get in, that would be great. Okay. Sorry about that.
And
Quick
now
update.
he's in the list of not in the meeting. Like
He's
if you do,
in the
if you in the meeting hit @ symbol,
yeah,
and scroll to the very bottom, there's 2 people that show up as not in the
oh,
meeting.
look at
and
that.
he's
David
one of them.
Paskin. And I don't even know who that other David Paskin is, but okay. Great. Sorry about that. Okay. Robert, Drift.
Yeah, let me try this and have a go at it. Stephen, hi, good to meet you. Listen, are you referring to recordings of yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because interestingly enough, my gallery is not a problem with their sync. So their sync is perfect. It's only the speaker, myself, that when I pull the recording from the cloud, from the Zoom cloud, that as soon as I open it, even in QuickTime, it's immediately offset by 0.4 of a second.
Okay, but are you aware that your audio is out of sync here in the Zoom test kitchen?
Oh, well, no, but thank you, because geez, I never thought that could be the case. Now let's see. No, I didn't realize that, because obviously on my display where I'm seeing myself, it's in sync. And you're telling me that my audio is out of sync right here. And why don't people tell you that when you're actually doing an hour?
I think it's pretty minor. Do you agree, Robert? Or because I see what you're seeing, but it's very minor.
Yep, Stephen's talking about a minor offset in the recordings.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is 0.4, and it doesn't drift and get bigger. It's not variable. It's consistent. Okay, so let's just start maybe right here. I know, like when I'm in Ecamm, I could play with my audio. That no problem. That seems to be fine when I do recordings, because I've tested it. Is there something like that here? What is the underlying cause if you're seeing a lack of sync where we are now?
Well, the question is, what is your audio flow and what is your video flow? What
Right.
is in between your source and Zoom?
I'm sorry, I'm not clear on the question.
Okay, let's try this. What's between your mic and your Zoom machine, your computer?
Oh,
Like quite literally.
Yeah, quite literally is a powered hub.
Well, wait, hold on. So is your mic a USB mic?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a USB mic into a hub. What hub is it?
Oh, it's not like a brand name, but it's still like it's.
Let me ask you this: does it have a hunk? Does it have a big honking power brick?
It does have a large power brick. like
It does. Okay.
like a brick, not just a wire. Yeah,
So it's a powered hub.
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
The fact that it isn't a brand name could have something, it could. Go ahead, Robert.
Hubs are notorious for ending delay.
Yeah.
So that would be the first thing. I would just plug my mic directly into a USB port on the laptop and just start from there. That would be the first thing. Do a quick recording.
But only if that doesn't turn off your camera, because then your sync will be perfect.
Fair enough. And here's an interesting question. Since that only came up in the last 5 days, if that was the issue, is that just something like the hub itself is just not doing what it used to do when it was new? It's probably 3-4 years old.
Well,
Like, why would that, is it just an update in Zoom that maybe doesn't like the hub anymore or something like that?
No.
Where's
Did
the,
you recently turn the heat on in your house?
no.
Okay.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve,
Wait, it is?
I would actually look at, have you added anything to that hub? Any USB equipment, peripherals that have changed?
No, but what I did do is I completely rewired my entire setup. I had shut down every device. I had removed every device from the hub, and I plugged in every device, tested it, and then plugged in the next one. Took me about 3 days of doing it that way. But coincidentally, this started probably right after that.
I would start by troubleshooting there. And Clarlock hadn't made a good point. Is your camera connected to the same hub?
My camera is direct to my Mac Mini.
Okay, so I think you've got a good starting point there. Is disconnect the mic from the hub and stick it in directly, and just stay here with us, and we'll see what happens.
But Robert, are
Oh.
you seeing 40 frames? Like he was saying that it's 40 frames consistently.
I heard 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, it's 0.4 of a
Oh,
second.
okay. All right.
Sorry, if I
Never
said
mind.
40 frames, I meant like 0.4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, that's 0.4. So it's like, what, 18 frames or something like that, or 16 frame, whatever that number happens.
I
to
think
be.
that's what you're looking at the moment on the screen.
And you know what? I've had other now. Is there any known? I'll just throw this out there only because, unfortunately, I came on late, and I apologize to everybody for coming on late. But I have a top of the hour here meeting that I have to jump on, and maybe I'll do some troubleshooting and report back next week. I am using a Yeti Pro that I've been using for years, and it is a USB mic. It's great, but I did notice that when I pulled out my other mic, my other little Yeti Nano, that it seems to be more responsive. And so I'm not sure. I think what you're suggesting is a combination of the actual mic at the same time. I am in the market, good news, for an XLR mic to connect into the system. And I'm gonna test that out. So the fact that you just said that I'm out of sync, it's the emperor's new clothes. Nobody tells them. They're just like, geez. So I'm going to do that. Is there any other thoughts just while I'm jumping off here?
Yeah, on a funny thought, if you don't mind me saying.
I like funny thoughts.
You've got Yetis and it's winter. What do you expect?
They're supposed to be robust. And I hate to tell you guys, if you saw my recording studio downstairs, you would say, why are you using a Yeti up here when you have real mics downstairs? And that's a whole other story for another day. So, but no, the fact that you're telling me this could be on my side this way, let me not blame Zoom anymore. Let me just go and see what that means. Any other thoughts? I'm totally cool with what you guys.
Stephen, I'm going to throw one more at you. Is chances are, because you've got the camera coming in its own input into the into the Mac, as well as the USB coming in its own. Again, depending on which ports, and again, I don't know enough about Macs to give you more specifics on that, but depending on the ports that you're using, they could be fighting each other for bandwidth. Okay, so if you take it to a recording studio world, where you want to make sure that your interfaces, when you're plugging all your interfaces in properly, that everybody's on their own bus.
Yeah.
Right. So they could be sharing a bus, which could be knocking out the sync.
Remember,
Also, you may have to do it at a software level in Encam to make sure that you do your like a clap test, which is a few people have already
Oh yeah,
mentioned.
no, I can.
Yeah.
I was thinking about. I'm going to go into Ecamm and nudge it and see, a few more frames and see if that lines it up, because it is also. I haven't tried it without Ecamm, so I'm gonna just do like 12 things to isolate it. Now that I'm thinking it's on my side, it just stops me from worrying. Well, it doesn't matter.
just
It's-
remember on the M series chips, the USB ports are paired on an individual bus, with the exception of the HDMI adapter and the network adapter, which are on their own bus.
Gotcha.
Can I ask a silly? Can I ask a silly question? This is good. If the answer is no, then I'm gonna feel dumb. But it, does the physical distance of the mic from the voice, from the source, can that introduce latency also? Like if the
10
mic
milliseconds
is
per
farther,
meter.
say again.
10 milliseconds per meter. So
meter.
you'd have to be.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. That's the speed
Oh,
of
so I'm
sound.
not crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But that's not the case here. I know, because I was wondering, because you keep your mic, about, what, a foot away from you.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if that, I don't know.
Yeah, my mic is, like that far.
Yeah.
And sometimes I cozy up to the mic late at night when we want to get that more resonant voice after midnight,
Welcome
Yeah.
to Zoom Test Kitchen
Yeah,
After
people
Hours.
lose their minds. They go, "How is your voice so low?"
Don't miss your meeting, Stephen.
Exactly. Gentlemen, thank you so much for
So play
your
play
feedback.
around. Yeah, play around with the hub and
I'm going to
let's see what
report
happens
back.
here. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank
Take care.
you. You're welcome to stick around if you want, anytime. So Fred and Muddy, this has been kind of cool. So Muddy, if you're able to, can you tell us like what you did to get into the chat? No worries.
Yeah, I'm about to go through that same dead spot.
No problem. So basically, though, Muddy accepted the invite. He'll tell us how afterward. Fred apparently did also. They both left the meeting, chatted. We not only could see their chats in the team chat, but we could see it in the in-meeting chat also, which is really kind of neat that you can leave the meeting and still follow the chat from the meeting.
But the other way around is really cool, that we can actually follow what they're talking about.
Right. We could chat with them even though they're not in the meeting. Yeah. Roland,
All right.
you're welcome to come in. I don't have oh, there it is. All right. I got the pop-up.
So I left the meeting, and then I pulled up the email that had a big button to say accept the invitation. And that took me to a mobile web page that I had to sign in, and which was kind of a pain because I was already signed in the app on my phone, but it didn't carry over. So I tried to type it in, but fat fingered it. So then I had to pull over. The delay was the fact that I had to pull over to safely type in my email and password in order to sign in on a mobile browser. But then as soon as I did that, I got a little message saying that you can now follow the chat. I forget exactly what it said, but basically you've accepted the invitation and you're part of the team chat now. And so that's when I went over to the team, when I went back to the Zoom mobile client, and in the team chat tab, scrolled all the way down to the bottom, and Zoom Test Kitchen showed up there. And interestingly, when I clicked on it, it showed all of the chat history since the time that I had joined the meeting. So, which was like, 10, 15 minutes earlier. So I did actually get quite a backlog of chat already in that team chat thread. And then I was able to message you, and you guys were able to message me, and I wasn't in the meeting yet. I just pulled up YouTube so I could listen in. So, and now if you at message me, it should show me as someone in the meeting as opposed to someone not in the meeting. But yeah, good test.
Very interesting. Really nice. Cool. Let's see if there's anything else in here worth talking about. So this is now we're up. We're still working on team chat features. These are the new team chat features. There's a live character counter. This is not in meeting chat. This is in team chat. Oh wait, I'm not. There we go. So in, well, that's interesting. Why isn't that button working? Hold on a second. There we go. Your input, there's 1,000 character limit. Didn't we have that question like a couple weeks ago? Was there was a question about the, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said we had an interesting conversation of cutting and pasting long messages back. and
Right, right. And for Andy, I think,
Yes.
like he had no limit. The rest of us were all had limits, but Andy had no limit for some reason. So apparently there is a 1,000 character limit when you're composing messages in, with Zoom AI Companion. If users exceed this limit in the compose box, a warning message appears and the pop-up still allows them to proceed. What? What's the purpose of a limit if it just allows you to proceed? For prompt inputs that exceed the limit, users receive a warning and the submit button is disabled to prevent incomplete processing. Then why would they let you continue? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, when the output reaches the 350 token cap, the make longer button now displays a tooltip explaining that the message cannot be extended further due to size restrictions. This is just clearer communication about input and output limits. Huh. Okay. I didn't actually realize that there were limits. There was a child outside of my office hooting and hollering like a monkey, and I don't know why. Let me pull up.
David, but your
So,
background noise removal is working perfectly. We can't
oh,
hear
good.
a thing.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So let me just see here. So, all right. So I'm in. So here's team chat. And I think what they're talking about is compose with AI Companion. And so basically I have 1,000 limit. Let me copy this and I'll put it in here and see. I don't know how many characters that, oh, there we go. Okay. So now I've got the 1446 out of 1,000. And where's my, I don't even see the button. Let me, okay, so the meeting button is just completely gone. I mean, the send button is just completely gone. So you can type as much as you want, but you can't do anything with it. Okay, fine. Beautiful. They just made that clearer, I think. Sounds like. Okay.
David, I just thought
Enhancement. I'm sorry?
I said, Dave, thought remind you that at the top of the hour, Andy's going to be on a Zoom Live workshop over on the
Yes.
side.
Yeah, I mentioned at the top here that we're gonna quit at 5 Eastern time so that we can all attend that. People are welcome to stay if they want, but I will be jumping off. Okay, cool. So we got that. Enhancements to continuous meeting chat for registration meetings. I was just trying. A new standalone continuous meeting chat is created to save all in-meeting messages for future access. Meeting hosts can enable continuous meeting chat when scheduling meetings that require registration. When it's turned on, a new standalone continuous meeting chat is created to save all in-meeting messages for future access. I'm not entirely sure how that's different than any other continuous meeting chat. It has to do with registration, but I'm not sure why. Maybe it has to do with external users. The next one, continuous meeting chat owners receive a private post-meeting approval card that allows them to add temporary meeting attendees to the CM. This is so convoluted. Included in the post-meeting approval card, provide one-click additional functionality. Look, I shouldn't complain. It's not right of me to complain because the truth is I don't use Team Chat. If I used it every day, I'm sure this would all make much more sense to me. I don't, and so it feels a little convoluted to me. The difference between external users, um, members, team chat versus continuous meeting chat versus meeting chat. It all, but again, if you use it regularly, I'm sure it makes sense. And then our good old friend Clips got a whole bunch of updates. Now you can download or export Clips transcripts as SRT or VTT files. You can quickly copy specific text segments to your clipboard. That's nice. Delegation features used for users such as company executives or VIPs who need to delegate executive admins or assistants to generate clips on their behalf, featuring the executive's custom avatar. We've talked about this also. This is interesting. Delegates receive a secure invitation and are granted limited access restricted solely to clip generation. Delegates can only generate new clips using a previously created avatar and cannot view or modify avatar creation seed videos, settings, or face or voice data. It's interesting. I wonder if let's go into, let's see if I have that clips. Now I wonder how I would do this. I'm looking here in clips. Organization playlist shared with me. Record create with AI companion. I don't see how to invite someone. Custom avatar. Is it here? No.
David, do you have other people inside your organization in Zoom?
Yes. I mean, they're all me, but yes, I have other people in there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure exactly where to how to share this with people. Mike, because it's before clips, so you'd think it would be somewhere up here. Record clip. Oh, it might be because I'm in a meeting. It might be because let me try it over. Let me open this browser. That may be the issue. Because generally speaking, you can't use clips when you're in a meeting. So let's go over here and clips. Okay. Create with AI companion. I don't want to do that. I don't know. No, I don't want to record a clip. Avatars. I wonder if it's because on this account I don't have an avatar. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not seeing a way to do this quite yet. Maybe you have to let's see if there's a am I in the right account? Yeah, I am. Let's see if there's a clips. Create clips. Yeah, share clips. Allow us to share with anyone. Okay. No, I don't want that. Require no. Who can download clips and meetings? Auto delete clips, recording. You just add cloud recordings to Zoom clips. Yeah, I have everything turned on here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right here. Hold on a second. Let me cursor. Boom. Under Under create AI companion clips, create with avatars. So that's new. And then create custom avatars. That's on. And then custom avatar delegation. Allow users to share avatars to trusted team members for clip creation. Save. Okay, so now I wonder if, let me shut this down and then I'll open it up again and see if that changes anything. But I still don't see anything here, but it may be because I don't have an avatar on this account. That could be the issue. But in any case, you do have to turn it on over there. Huh. When I playlist my clips. I don't know. All right. Well, in any case. All right. So that's the delegation feature. That's nice. Users can control when shared clips begin playing during meetings. Okay. So it doesn't automatically start playing. Custom avatar creation and management entry point. This is, if you have an enterprise account, then this stuff is important. If you don't, and you only have 3 minutes of custom avatar creation or generation, this stuff is really not meaningful. But if you do have that big account, you can create and manage custom avatars directly from the Clips main page on Zoom Workplace apps for desktop. Yes, that's what we were seeing before. At the bottom here, there's this avatars button. So now you can do this right here, which is very nice. When users creating Zoom Clips avatars with AI Companion can listen to an audio preview of their avatar script before generating the final video clip. That's nice. You can do multiple audio previews to test different wording, pacing, or tone adjustments. Okay. And finally, you can create clips directly from meeting recordings through the meeting card interface. A create clip button appears next to recording assets. Well, that's interesting. Let's go into where is it? Recordings and transcripts. Okay, so here's I don't do this one. So now add to Zoom. This recording doesn't have the available file to add to Zoom clips. Oh, because this is just an audio file, I guess. That's why. These are all audio files. Let me change accounts, and we should have something over here. Recordings and transcripts. There we go. Okay. So we'll take Muddies. There we go. Add to Zoom clips. Full video or trim video. So I can take just a little piece of it. This is just about 10 seconds or so. GTK clip test. Save. So now, if I come over to clips, it's processing and I will have that soon. That's kind of cool. That's nice. I'll take it. All right, we'll come back to that when it's done. And then there's a bunch of phone stuff, which in context, I don't know. Should we look at the phone? This is the stuff that doesn't terribly interest me because it's not. But if we should look at it, we can. I don't know. You all tell me. Let's see what's happening over here.
David, I put in chat, I think I also saw that you can play clips in a meeting. I don't know how you actually pull them up, if they're part of the share window, if there's like an
Yeah,
advanced share.
if I remember, we saw that last time, I think. Let's see here. So
Yeah,
I
I feel
have
like it was
my,
maybe in the last update, but
yeah,
not too long ago.
yeah, so here's the share window. I believe it's under advanced. Yeah, under advanced. And then there's right here, there's clips. You double click on it, it opens up your clips. Is this, oh, and this is the one I just did. Ah, okay. So, yeah, because I'm logged into the same account. So this is the one that I just clipped. And now if I play this in meeting, it's preparing the file. And now it did not auto start, but I can now
design backgrounds that actually look good as wallpaper.
There you go. And by the way, you can use the space bar to start and stop, which is nice. And then to
Going to say welcome to Tamara.
what did you say? Oh, yes, we didn't
You're going to
welcome
say
her.
welcome,
You're right.
Tamara. It sounds as if
sorry.
she's right there, isn't it? It's so realistic.
So you're Muddy, I'm glad you brought that up because this really it's interesting. You know, it over here, it still says it's processing, but we were able to watch it over there.
If you refresh that page, does it?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe it just needs to be refreshed.
And
I'm
that
sure it's done.
behavior of loading, yeah, it looks like it's ready now. That
Ooh,
that
look at
behavior
this.
of loading the video but not playing it, that's the same behavior in the advanced when you upload a video to the Zoom cloud to play it, right? Rather than doing a screen share. I think that's the same experience.
Yep. And look at this. This is nice. How you can scrub through it. I'm not sure why that's valuable over there. I mean, other than to just see it, right? Because you can't actually do anything with the scrubbing, but you could, I mean, just kind of quickly view the whole video. That's really nice, actually. Cool. Okay. Up. We got the graphics toolkit coming back in.
Yeah, that's me again.
Yeah, of course. That's except for you know some of these phone things. Those are the updates. Let's see if there are any minor bug fixes. Some agent stuff. Up, there's something in here for Mike or Linux. When share dialog window displayed incorrectly or garbled on Linux Ubuntu systems, just for Mike. Because he's the only one.
I'm the only customer ever that will ever use Zoom on Linux ever. So hilarious. But no, that's good. Was that a problem for me? It was not.
Oh, you know what's interesting? Look at this also. I wonder if this was part of my problem. Sorry, I just saw in the fixes an issue where the Zoom app was consuming excessive CPU and GPU resources on devices running Tahoe. As you all know, I had my CPU was just running so high, and now they're sort of acknowledging that Zoom was contributing to that, which is interesting. If anyone is keeping track, I'm right at 48% CPU usage. So I'll take that. It's pretty good. And my temp is 164, which is great. That's kind of it, I think. Oh, wait, something for A10 Mini Pro resolved an issue where pink lines were visible on external camera feeds while using A10 Mini Pro. That was on Windows, just on Windows. Okay.
Not seeing it myself, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of fixes in here. Lots of little fixes. All right. All right. Well, Dems, what we got in 6.6.1.
All right, I've got one for you.
Yeah, go.
I had a client ask me this morning if there was any way to show a visual difference for certain types. So oftentimes in our events, we use Obvio, and Obvio, when they sign in, if they have a certain tag, we can put a label on their name, right? It's Muddy Schlegel -VIP. And he was wondering, is there any way to show something different, like a little border or something around them in the gallery, which I know the answer is no in Zoom, but I'm wondering if there's any other way to accomplish this in tiles or in some other abstraction of Zoom to have something that differentiates the frame of an individual user based on a criteria. So nothing comes to mind for me right now, but I thought since we're coming to the end of the update notes, I thought I'd put it out there for any of you smart folks.
Sorry, Muddy, can you just explain what you mean by based on a specific criteria? How's that frame meant to change?
It's not meant to change in the course of a meeting. It is meant to change. It is meant to apply to some people. And even if we disregard that for the moment, is there a way to, well, I guess we have to include it because the question is selective. So in the tool that we were talking about, Obvio, the users have a tag in the system, but I don't know how else one of these other systems might differentiate someone from someone else. But the idea is that only certain people would have this visual difference. So it's not like tiles where I want it to apply to everyone to have a yellow border. I want it to apply to some people to have a yellow border.
And you wanted to apply real quick. Sorry, that's me. And you wanted to apply sort of automatically based on the tag. You don't want to have to manually go in and
well,
apply
the meeting that he is talking about is going to have a relatively small number of people. It's 3 days, right? So I don't mind, even if it's manual, if I went in, the first 15 minutes of the meeting and kind of set up, say, hey, these are the 10 people that need this. So I'm okay with that for now. I don't even know if there's a way to output that.
I can give you two ideas that come to my mind, Muddy. If you use Zoom ISO, then you can bring in the individuals and put them into vMix or anything and design the frames that you want for the people. That's one way of doing it. The other way you could play if you like tiles, and that is you're not concerned about the lag because tiles obviously introduces audio video lag. You could display two different sets of tiles and then compile them together into one gallery layout. Those are the two things that come to my mind. Difficult, but doable.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. I actually thought about that. Was the only thing that came to my mind using kind of the existing tools was the same idea that I would have two separate, I could have an instance of tiles and I just favorite all the people that want to have this application and kind of disclude everyone else. And I basically have just a separate tiles view of the people, of the VIP people in question. I don't know how I would, yeah, I can imagine then taking another tiles instance, having the other people, and then kind of showing them, but they wouldn't be integrated. It would be, it would be like, here's the VIP gallery, here's the regular gallery. Yeah, but that's a good, and that may actually work because what I think for this particular host's use case, he wants to be able to visually see who are my special guests without having to have a kind of big obvious addition to their name, you know, star after their name or VIP after their name, that's visible to everyone, right? So if it really is his interest that he just wants to be able to see this kind of select view, then that would be perfect. I could just have a tiles and just favorite all the people that need to be on that view and show that on his screen for him. So
Yeah, my thought is that, is it a confidence monitor scenario or not? And if it isn't a confidence monitor scenario or not, then I'm thinking two things. Is that, of course, without going the make your own developer app scenario, but the other scenario would be to look into, again, depending on, is it a meeting or a webinar or
Meeting.
webinar plus even? Oh, it's going to be meeting.
Yep.
Okay. Because if it was going to be webinar plus, then there may be some toys in production studio you might be able to utilize.
Interesting.
That's a good point. I wonder if production studio can do that.
I know, again, you can customize to a point the scenes. So you could always say that, you know, the person or the panelist that'll be coming in is always going to be this person. I don't know, and I haven't done it myself. I don't know if you could actually put like a little yellow box around that person when they're doing like a 3-up, as an example.
You know the problem. The problem here is that all of the liminal tools that allow us to do so much, none of them mess with the Zoom grid. None of them do anything or have any impact on the Zoom gallery view.
Right.
They will take video out from there and allow you to build something else, but none of them impact the gallery view. And so if what you're looking to do is add something around a video, you know, a person's video in the gallery view, I don't think any of the existing tools are going to help. You could, of course, grab everyone out and then build, and then apply it somewhere else, maybe using those tools. But yeah, within the nothing right now other than actually, I take that back. There's one exception to that rule. Sorry, Muddy. Just the one exception to that rule is immersive view. That's the only thing right now that changes the gallery. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Muddy.
No, someone else is going to say something first.
Well,
go
I was going to say that I think David pointed out a really important thing about, the way these tools work. And it's for good reason, right? Because you don't necessarily want to change the experience of, of 80% of the meeting goers. And so they kind of have to keep that sacred. So what I was kind of pondering, Muddy, and I don't know if this is a possibility, if those are the VIPs, I wonder if there would be some sort of app that you could create that would put that in their camera feed. Put like a little yellow line or whatever it is you want, and then no matter where they are in Zoom, in the normal experience of Zoom, those people would have that thing.
You don't need to create an app. Don't we have that? You can create your own custom video filter in Zoom.
But David, what I'm saying is that you would want a way, and you could ask them to go in and do that, but you would want a way to just hand them something, right? Because you don't want to have to, like, okay, go in here and maybe this time click on this one and then it's the wrong color and that stuff.
But you know what you could do, Muddy? I mean, this is so.
That is interesting, though, because
if you go into video, I mean, look at mine, Muddy. Just real quick, right? There are borders in.
That's right. If they were willing participants, right? And it was like, hey, this is going to help us set you apart. Here's what you need to do in order to make it happen.
Some of them are terrible, but yeah.
And if we brought them into a tech check room first to kind of walk them through for those that weren't sure how to do it. Yeah, that's interesting. Right. That's an interesting idea. And, I laugh because this is the beauty of a client asking a question that they have no idea about, right? Like it's that whole beginner mindset. Like, yeah, let me just see a yellow border around the people in the gallery view that, that I have in my mind as the VIPs, right? It's like, okay, yeah. So yeah, this was good though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Robert,
And-
jump in.
Yeah, go, Robert.
Yeah, there's one other thing that comes to my mind, Muddy, is if he just needs to differentiate the VIPs, you could literally use Zoom ISO to bring them onto a separate screen on a separate computer next to his main machine. That would probably be the simplest way to do it, because you just say, these are the VIPs on this screen, because it's just for him. It's not for all of the attendees, is it?
I think it's just for him, or like based on the initial conversation, I think it is for him to visually know who the folks are. Now, he doesn't want to lose visibility of everybody, but he wants to be able to pick out the people, right? So you'd have kind of the regular gallery view and then kind of the special gallery view. Yeah, and I'll end up, helping him build out his studio for this event as well. So we'll have multiple screens, and that wouldn't necessarily be a problem. Although,
you could do another thing, and that is have him go into a breakout and just send tiles. So he would have another machine in a breakout that had tiles with those folks in it, because it's essentially he wants a local competence monitor of who that particular group is. So you could make him that group and send it to him in a breakout
as
room.
return feed, in a breakout room. Yeah, and the only question, I think tiles is probably a more functional way to, well, my challenge with Zoom ISO is potentially the horsepower needed to extract. I don't know what the number is. If it's, if it's 20 people, that's going to be a challenge to extract with Zoom ISO. If it's 4 or 8, but I think it's probably, 20 out of 50 people are going to make the cut for this, right? So, but yeah, these are some good suggestions.
Muddy,
Yeah,
just drop the resolution in Zoom ISO for the individual feeds. You'll be okay.
Oh
20
yeah,
is
good
not a
point.
problem.
Yeah, I don't need them all at 1080p. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Muddy, just as an FYI too, when David mentioned that there is no real app out there that does gallery, the official answer is that there is a scene in Production Studio that you can make your own customized gallery.
Okay, cool. But in
Thank
order
you for
to
that.
use Production Studio, the meeting itself has to be
Webinar Plus.
a Zoom event. Yeah, Webinar Plus. I can't just bring in a machine into a regular Zoom meeting that has that capability. The whole meeting itself has got to be that container. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, if there is additional people above the people, like above the selected VIPs, you could always bring those individual people in. Even though you're in webinar, of course, you could bring in a person live into treat it as if it is a meeting.
Yeah, sure. Right. And in fact, separate. All right. I've got lots of good ideas and I appreciate it. Here's an interesting thing I've never experienced before. I was in a webinar 2 weeks ago that had 1,500 people in it, but basically they said, hey, everybody raise your hand and let's bring you, they wanted to bring as many people as possible in as panelists. So essentially my thought was, and it ended up being, I don't know, maybe 200 people came in as panelists and there was still 1,200 people that didn't. And I don't know why those 1,200 people didn't, if they were given the option. They didn't want to be on camera, I guess. But I wondered if that was a limitation or if they were trying to get around the limitation of, meeting capacity. Although had they brought in 1,000 people, they still would have hit, the limit depending on their, but I don't know. I've never seen that before where it was a webinar and they essentially invited everybody to become everybody who wanted to become panelists. And never seen that before.
Yep, Muddy, let me tell you this because I've done this in the past. It's pretty scary because if you have so many panelists, it's difficult to control them. But the limitation that you saw, when you run a Zoom webinar, the number of panelists you can invite is the number of license holders you have in your meetings license. So if it's 300, it was probably a business license.
Right.
You mean it's not the meeting capacity of your Zoom meetings account? You're saying they actually need to be, if you have 10 licenses in a business account, you can only bring 10 panelists in?
No. The number of, if you have 10 licenses in a business account, then you have one license for 300, for example, meetings. Their cap will be 300 panelists. So if you have a large meeting, for example, 1,000 people, and you have a large webinar, you can bring in 1,000 panelists.
Yeah, that's what the most of the meetings that I run have 1,000-person limit, and so that's kind of what my expectation was. That, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so just to make sure that you understand money, so basically you'd have to have at least a minimum of a, if not a pro business, 1,000 seat meeting license, right? To have the 1,000 to match it up between the two, right?
And assigned to the same user that the webinar was structured under.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, that all makes sense. And this was a medium-sized organization, so I'm sure it was at least a business account. I mean, I'm sure they've got more than 10 accounts, and they run weekly webinars as part of their business building. So I'm sure they have large meeting capacity of some sort. But the next thing occurred to me is like, well, why don't you just use one of the jumbo size, 2,500 person meetings and get around this whole funniness right from the start, and just, although those suckers are pretty expensive to carry on a monthly basis.
Your webinar can go really wrong if you have 300 or 1,000 panelists in there, because the panelists are much more difficult to manage than attendees at a meeting.
What makes you say that? Because you can have the same meeting controls turned on that you would in a Zoom meeting. So it's basically like a Zoom meeting of 300 people with another 1,000 people kind of watching them, right?
Okay, think about a couple of things now. Under the host tools,
yeah,
you've got all those options. I don't believe that all of them are available under the
panel experience within a webinar may not have the same host controls.
Exactly. So you need to.
Oh yeah, that would go sideways. That could go sideways.
It's very easy to go sideways on that. I don't believe you can actually allow or disallow panelists to unmute themselves in a webinar. I don't believe they always have the right to do that.
I also think panelists can always share too.
Well, that depends on the share options that you set.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you were running a meeting with share, I think it's an all or nothing is the point.
Yeah.
So if you bring everyone in, raise their hand, bring them in as a panelist, they're all going to get the same ones as the original panelists.
Well, I feel like I want to go do some testing, because these are just like ordinary people, most of which, don't know jack crap about Zoom. So that could get real bad real quick. So
exactly.
And the other thing too that I want to throw in here too is that would they actually go right into the webinar, or would they go backstage if you're using Webinar Plus?
Well, this was not Webinar Plus. This was Webinar, so I don't know, but that's a good question.
Because again, if they all went backstage, and there would be one heck of a big backstage, then potentially you could actually then have a lot more control, because you then could bring in one at a time as they're talking, right?
300 of them.
300 of them, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You definitely have to have a backstage manager, 100%, that is in the back controlling the panelist or wannabe panelist, to make sure that, no swearing, no this, no that, mic on, mic off, video on properly, et cetera, et cetera.
I haven't played with OSC, and I'm not sure that you can actually, using OSC, move panelists from the backstage to the front stage. I'm not sure. I haven't played with it.
Never seen any controls in the syntax API documentation or in any of the pre-built tools in Companion that relate to movement from backstage for OSC.
I
So
haven't seen it being used, so that would be another thing to watch out for. I find that route a little bit scary. It's a little bit, there are too many unknowns down that route.
well, and again, this was a person running the meeting with a moderately skilled tech team where there was like lots of things where it's like, okay, this could be so much better. So if this person ever becomes a client, we will not be structuring these meetings in this same way. I can assure you that. So
Can I change topic for a second? Are we done?
yeah, I've got to pop off anyway. So thanks, y'all. Good seeing you.
See you.
Take care, buddy.
David, listen, you're the expert at starting the YouTube stream on Zoom Test Kitchen. And I have been really struggling recently. And let me tell you what the setup is. I have a Zoom account with one email. I have a YouTube account with another email. And I have what else do I have? There's a third one. The Chrome is logged into a third email. Okay. And
Yeah, I'm following you so far, Robert. I get it. Continue.
And I can't, for the skin of my head, get the native Zoom YouTube stream to initiate to the login to the YouTube channel. It continuously goes back to log into the Zoom layout. It wants to log into Zoom again.
Sorry, Robert. My first question will be Windows or Mac.
I've tried both.
Okay. All right. If I was going to say in Windows, what I would do is, again, have a good, what I've done is I've purposely made sure that Edge is always my default browser. So what Zoom will do is it will go after Edge, AKA the default browser. And that is the one that I allowed to log in using the native YouTube. If I was doing custom RTMP, it doesn't matter anymore. But if I'm doing the native one, the built-in one, like you want to be able to use the AP when they're using the YouTube API, like David, I think you're using that today, right?
Yes, I'm
You're using
the
the
app.
native. Yeah, but you're not.
No.
You're not doing custom. You're doing
No.
custom today.
No. It is. I'm doing the native one, but I'm using the app, the Zoom app, to stream to it.
Right. Is that Robert? Are you using the app or no?
No, I'm going straight from Zoom. The Zoom, because David, you're using the app from the app workplace or Zoom itself?
So there's a Zoom app called live streaming.
That's what you're using.
Right. That's what I'm using. And
that's not the case. Because
so let me just one of the even with this happens both no matter how I'm doing it. I always get two logins that pop up. The first one, no, I shouldn't say I always get. I almost always get when I'm doing the live stream. The first one wants me to log into Zoom for this Zoom account that I'm running the meeting on, which, just like you, is one email. And then the second login, and it's very hard to tell what you're actually logging into. I find it very confusing. The second login is to Google or YouTube. And I have to use the login and the email that I want to stream to that has the account that I want to stream to. 9 times out of 10, I log into the wrong thing because it's not intuitive at all which one you're logging into. It says Zoom at the top, but you're actually logging into YouTube. It's very confusing. So that's the first thing that I thought of when you were describing this, is that but I'm not sure if it's the same problem.
I don't know. I'm not using the Zoom external app. I'm just using the native Zoom.
Yeah, but I don't think it. I think. Let me see if I can live stream. No, I can't add another one.
And I've spent hours with support trying to figure this out, and we went down the route of clearing the cache in the browser, changing
Right.
the browser type, using an incognito browser, but it always seems, even if I have an incognito browser open and I try and live stream, it'll open the same browser, but not an incognito browser, and ask me to log into that. And I understand the Mac environment where it's very, very secure, but on the Windows machine, it does exactly the same, irrespective of the
Wow.
browser.
Yeah, yeah. The luck that I've had, as David's looking here, the luck that I've had in Windows was not to be logged in at all in Edge on my Windows machine, and only to use when something needs me to log in this case, Zoom wanting me to log into YouTube, then it will prompt me then to log in to my Gmail account at that particular point, because that's what I ended up doing when David was on holidays with the Zoom Test Kitchen to get the Zoom Test Kitchen feed up and running. And again, I was using the live stream Zoom app that Zoom made. I did not use the integration within the actual Workplace app.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're
Apparently-
using the Workplace app integration
Yeah, the native inbuilt
in the Workplace
integration,
app
yeah.
itself, not its own separate
Yeah.
live stream app.
Now, the interesting thing that also came up, maybe this will shed some light, is that if you take a clean, unused machine that has never connected to Zoom or to YouTube, then it works the first time. The problem occurs when you start changing the accounts that you're using. Like David's smiling because this is what he does. And that's when things start getting really messy. And cleaned the cache, checked everything out, just uninstalled and reinstalled the browser, just right down to basics. And it's still holding on to something that's saying,
Do you use multiple browsers?
do I use multiple browsers? Yes, I do.
Because no, see, it won't work because it won't prompt in that's what you were, Mike, what you were suggesting about using you can't get it to.
Yeah, because Zoom
Unless
is
you
the
in-
Workplace
unless you-
app is always going to want to go after in Windows
Right.
after the default
Unless
browser.
you unless if you are clicking a link,
You can always change
don't
the
know.
default browser.
Not on the
Yeah.
fly though. I mean,
No.
that's-
But I mean, I have to admit, I cheat terribly because I got sick and tired of fighting this problem. So sitting next to me is a web presenter, a Blackmagic web presenter. So I stream from the web presenter. I don't even try and stream from Zoom natively collectively.
I understand,
the
but
same-
there's one case where you have to stream from the native inbuilt,
Which is the
app.
overflow, which is
It's
the
the
overflow.
overflow. Yeah,
Right.
that's the only way to get the overflow to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not had an occasion to worry about that, in all honesty, Robert. So I understand that. I've also tried it just saying it's the same problem because it wouldn't allow overflow to work either, which is have a separate OBS session streaming for me.
That's what I always do. There's only one use case when I have to use the overflow, and it was, for example, in Gerald's case that he came on and talked about yesterday. We hit cap very quickly, and I was so stuck that I am just 5 minutes before the start of the meeting, I had to revert to an RTMP, so we didn't get the overflow.
Yeah.
It's a very painful experience because when you see those numbers rising and hitting cap, and you haven't even started the meeting yet, then
just the other day I was kvetching about this to someone that and it's not, I don't think it's Zoom's, I don't know whose fault it is, it doesn't really matter, but it's not just Zoom that's the problem. It's also where they're streaming to, right? It's YouTube. It's, they allow you to stream to lots of different places, which means that they have to be able to interface and send data reliably and allow us to log in to all those different places. And because the destinations are always changing and they're always moving the goalpost, I think it's really challenging. But streaming from Zoom to YouTube, it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Hasbuck, what you got?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Robert. I mean, in the post-event yesterday, there was a mailer, and it mentions 40,000 attendees. Wow.
That was not in Zoom itself, because the meeting itself is streamed to LinkedIn and to YouTube at the same time, and the YouTube group is 1,200,000, but 40,000 people signed up for that specific event. So the mailing went out to that group.
Wow.
It's big, and the other, if anyone's had an experience with streaming on LinkedIn, that is another 2-hour discussion.
Is that challenging?
You know,
Really,
had-
we were just talking about it last night. Tony was suggesting that I should really send the rundown to LinkedIn.
You
I mean,
would
that
be
would
better.
not be through Zoom, but
Yeah, you would be better off, David, if you were doing that then to send the RTMP to Restream and then have
and do
Restream
through
handle
there.
it. That would be
I mean,
easier.
I would be
It's
streaming
less of a
directly from
headache.
Ecamm, so it would.
Yeah,
it-
the official answer with LinkedIn is, the last time I tried, is that you only get your stream key a half hour before the event starts. Robert, am I
oh
wrong?
wow.
that you see, that's the thing with LinkedIn. If you schedule the stream, you get it. They provide it 1 hour before. But the trouble with LinkedIn is, if you start streaming 1 hour before without going live, it looks at that test. It looks at that test, and it says, "You're not streaming. I'm going to cut you off," and it throws you off.
Oh wow.
And you can't restart it. You have to reset the whole of the stream keys, etc. So I've found with LinkedIn that it's much easier to just do a go live session on the fly 5 minutes before and let it pop up, and then take the link and send it out to everyone that you're live, and let it appear on your channel and in all the notifications. And then you have it, you test it, you check the sound, you check that everything's going, and you go live 5 minutes and you're clean. If you
Wow.
leave it on for more than 5 minutes, I've found my experience is that it just goes haywire. It hangs on you, and then it is really difficult to establish the connection and start streaming again.
This
Yeah, again,
means
David, definitely a suggestion would be to take the mystery out of it, is to use a third-party company that does equivalent to Restream.
Yeah.
There are a few out there.
this may appear very disloyal, but I'm leaving this meeting to go to the other meeting. So
No, we're all doing that. It's
See you there,
4:56, I
Hassan.
think. Mike,
feel-
do you
I-
Mike, do you
I
want to
f-
keep it going, or should we go over to the Zoom graphics toolkit meeting? Are you okay with that, Mike?
Yeah, no, we should
Well,
go
actually,
over,
you're
but we
host,
should.
so you do whatever the heck you want.
Okay. All right. On that note,
let's all be treacherous and move.
Yeah.
sure. Okay. And on that note, I'll do our normal wrap it up for this show. Closer that David isn't doing because he did. Oh, David's still there. Are you going to close it out or
I'm
not?
still here. Roland, the link is in. Alex just sent it out over in the office hours Discord.
Discord, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll also be there soon, everybody. So I'll come and heckle Andy over there too. On that note, let me wrap it up, and we'll put a bow on it.
I've never seen the wrap up. I'm so excited.
And that just proves that David should be watching the past 5 o'clock.
I know. Sorry.
It's terrible. And David's favorite to wrap it up, and I have to make sure that we're doing it at a proper audio level. All right. Enjoy. For those still here, karaoke time.
Welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen, where the magic happens live. Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to thrive. From screen share to breakout rooms, we push Zoom to its max. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in our tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We'll dive into the settings, explore every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. With Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks, we'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes, we test functionalities. Join us live, see what Zoom does with these. So if your meetings lag, or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back. No
All right, everybody, wait for that final. Here it comes.
Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back. No
All right, no wreck. That's right. We didn't wreck anything this week, did we? We'll see. Thanks, everyone, for joining us this week on the Zoom Test Kitchen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to let YouTube know how much you love our content. We're here every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. And see everyone next week for another edition of the Zoom Test Kitchen Black Friday edition. Take care, everybody on YouTube.